You came back. I'm so glad you came back because I have got some stuff to share with you. Welcome back, you guys. I'm Nightly at Perfume Vegas, where we talk about perfume and we have fun and we just hang out and we're not too serious, and yeah, that's how I feel right now. Okay, so I'm going in the second half of my indie perfume collection. This is all of the fragrances in this giant box. If you missed the first half, I'll have it in a card here, and it will probably be on the end screen if you watch all the way to the end. But go check that out if you want to see some of the brands that I've mentioned but that are not featured in this video, because there's a lot of them. Let's dive in, shall we? Let's start with Black Violet. I have to disclaim, and I didn't disclaim in the other one, but I should have. I need to make a disclaimer that a lot of these fragrances are discontinued, or the brands are closed, or they're just not available for purchase right now, whatever. There's a lot, okay, that you cannot get. So if you need help finding a specific if you need help finding a specific product, if you're interested in purchasing, you can ask and I can try to get a hold of brand owners that I know, or find out just if there's the possibility of things being available again. Otherwise, I'm trying to just show you the collection, tell you a little bit about the brands I go, and I hope that you enjoy. So let's start. Black Violet is operating, however, she does botanical fragrances now, 100% botanical, and these scents that I'm going to show you are no longer in production from her. I'm going to start with the Dram vials. I believe a Dram is 5 ml. I'm not 100% sure. I've always just called them Dram and quarter Dram, but I'm not totally sold on how much, just in case someone was wondering. I'll put that down below. So in Dram, I have Black Violet Forest Sleep. I have Cafe Al Vetro. I have Cathedral, that's a favorite, and Affogato. Now, Affogato is actually a fragrance that replaced, which one was which? Hold on. Yeah. So, I'm sorry. So, Cafe Al Vetro actually replaced Affogato at one point. So, they're both coffee scents. They're really nice. Similar, but not the same. Then in Roller Balls, I don't know how much is in this. It says 3.5 ounces, fluid ounces. Okay. This is Kohlrabi, which is a really nice woody scent. I like that a lot. I like woody scents a lot, in case you haven't noticed. How Soon As Now. This is more of a floral. It's kind of a citrusy floral. Yeah, it's a little soapy. So, not sure what the ingredients are, but How Soon As Now. Lady Grey, which is an Earl Grey scent with a with a fairly significant cigarette note. Okay, there's no going around that. And then we have Valley of the Temples in the full size. In the last video, I showed it in the quarter Dram size. This is one of my favorites from Black Violet's previous catalog. So I have it the full size here. Just like I have a quarter Dram of Ginger and Lace and the full size of Ginger and Lace as well. If you missed that video, go back. Let's go ahead and do, I just have so many of Black Violet, or Darling, I'm sorry, I just have so many of Darling Clandestine. Okay, let's go ahead and do Alchemic Muse. I have Hearth, which is so good. This is a really warm, sweet fragrance for fall. I have Wassail, mulled wine, spicy winter fragrance. These are all really good. Alchemic Muse is very underrated. She still makes fragrances. She has an Etsy shop, and I think also you can just go to her website, alchemicmuse.com. But she is so good, and she makes all sorts of products too. Nevermore. This is a really nice, again, it's like a, has it been opened? It's not opened. Has it been opened? Some of them, if I haven't cracked them, I don't want to. It's been opened. Yeah. Sweet, woody, kind of dirty, just the way I like it. Cellar, sorts of celery, like apples rotting in the cellar scent. That's what I like. Deadwood, this is hay, gunpowder, hot kind of metal. Yeah, super, super good. Nostalgia, this was the first indie scent that I ever purchased. Speak about nostalgia. This one is discontinued, sadly, but it's floral, sweet, a little citrus. It's so pretty and I really, really like it. It's very Victorian feeling. Figgy Pudding is my absolute all-time favorite scent from Alchemic Muse, and I believe she discontinued it, which breaks my heart. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's like gourmand, figgy, gourmand. Voodoo, this is not opened. I'm not going to crack it if it's unopened. Always dropping things. This is definitely a Halloween release, so it's probably darker, deeper. And then we have Lacum, which I just spoke about in my spring scent video. Next, I'm going to try to do House of Gloy. Trying to like leave the ones that have more stuff aside. Okay. I have a solid perfume from House of Gloy. This is called Lavender Pear Anise Cake, and that's exactly what it smells like. Lavender Pear Anise Cake. It's really good. These solid perfumes all look sad as heck, but they all smell great. I have 2 bottles of the Horseman, which it was discontinued, and then I believe they reissued it, but I don't know if it's the same composition. This fragrance, the first time I wore it, I had people falling at my feet, complimenting me, trying to get my attention in stores, in shops, in restaurants. This smells like money, honey. The Horseman makes you smell rich. And everyone that I told that, everyone I, shared that tidbit with, when they tried it, they bought it and they tried it for themselves, it worked. The Horseman makes you smell rich. So y'all out there trying to get someone to figure out, trying to impress them with your money, forget that. Just buy this. I don't know if the new formula is the same. Those are 2 from like old releases. I also have Tobacco, a really beautiful tobacco scent. The only reason that I don't talk about this one much when I'm talking about tobacco scents is because it's been discontinued for ages and ages. You can't get it. Driftwood, I love this. I'm actually using this soap right now. It's just a woody, salty scent, perfect for summer. Beachy, salty, woody scent. Plotter's Breakfast. This is a good fall and winter fragrance for those of you who like something that's very cozy but very kind of unique, that doesn't smell like anything other people are wearing. It's very unique. It is not available now, but I do think they still make it. And then Come Hither, if you go to their website right now, House of Gloy's website, I think that their Valentine's products are on sale. If there's any left, Come Hither should have been released. It is still current. It's got a little bit of chocolate and rose. It's supposed to have like pheromones in it as well, I think. That's just what I feel like I remember reading. I don't know that that's for sure a thing that I know. And then the last one is Bundle of Switches, which is literally just a wood fragrance. It's just a straight up woody fragrance. Okay. Moving on. Let's go to, I have one more from House of Gloy. It's Hearth. So Hearth from House of Gloy and Hearth from Alchemic Muse, although they have similar ideas, they're formed in a similar idea, which is like the coziness of a hearth fire in winter. They are done a little bit differently. Has this been opened? Yeah. Okay. Hearth from House of Glory is much stronger with an apple scent. I really like the apple note in this fragrance. It's one of the few apple fragrances that I like. Hearth from Alchemic Muse is more like citrus spices, kind of mulled wine and burning wood. Both I do think are available seasonally still. So yeah, two really good fragrances. Going into Alchemia. From Alchemia, I have Gateau de Roy. I've spoken of that before. I have another Arcanum Experiments. This is 2019, number 25. And I'm going to actually, I'll pull up the notes for the Arcanum Experiments that I own, and I will tell them to you. I'll just go through these first, and then I'll tell you. I have New Orleans Love Spell. This was in my anti-Valentine's video. Was it? Was it? Now I'm not sure if it was, but I have talked about it. I have Arcanum Experiments 2018, number 1. Arcanum Experiments 2019, number 12. Arcanum Experiments 2018, number 5. Falling Stars at Winter Solstice. The Mystery July 2019. This was a vial that basically they found something that either was a scent that they'd tried and didn't work, or was something with a missing label and couldn't be identified, or was something that just didn't have anywhere else to categorize it. And so they put like a grab bag for miscellaneous mystery fragrances. This one's really good. I lucked out. Like, I super lucked out. This one has a really nice metallic note. I feel like this is very close to being one of their metallic fragrances, or have those same notes, although I don't think that it is either of them. It has that metallic note, a little bit of earthiness, and a slight bit of greenness. So I really like it. And then I have Carmen 7. This is a beautiful fragrance for women. I mean, it can be for men too, but I just think on women, Carmen 7 is so pretty. So anyway, let me get the notes for the Arcanum Experience fragrance, and I will let you know those. Okay, so in case you're wondering, I'm sure you're not, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. Arcanum Experiments from 2017, number 18, is the scent of lavender, amber, steel, and stone. And it really has a good amber note and lavender. It really has a good lavender note and a nice, like, earthy quality. It's really good. Arcanum Experiments 2018, number 1 is Black Oud, Pralines, Burnt Marshmallow, and Tobacco. Super nice oudi gourmand. And Arcanum Experiments 2018, number 5, Gray Amber, Sandalwood, Green, Jasmine, and Tea with Lemon. And Gray Amber is ambergris. This is a slightly earthy, animalic tea flavor, like tea fragrance. It's really nice, very well done. And Arcanum Experiments 2019, number 5 is Angel Cake, Jasmine, and Cannabis. I really like this one. It's a nice gourmand, but that cannabis note keeps it from being too sweet. Arcanum Experiments 2019, number 12 is Saddle Leather, Vetiver, Absinthe, Driftwood, and Coriander. And it's like, wow, could you put more in there? But it smells so good. The leather and the vetiver are strong. I wish the absinthe with the little I wish the absinthe was a little bit stronger, but that's just preference. And then number 25 is Floriental, Boudoir Incense, Raspberries, and Opium. This smells like an opium den boudoir scent. It does, for sure. So in case you were wondering, that's the fragrance notes for the Arcanum Experiments scents. Just toss that back there. I have them written down because otherwise I won't remember. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. Let's go. Last but not least, my favorite indie house, Darling Clandestine. She's not making anything new right now, but I love her fragrances so much. I have a backup bottle of Noose jewelry. Sorry, I'm knocking things over. I have that backup bottle of Noose jewelry. In sheets. This is a fairly new one. It's more of a sweet type of fragrance. Harpy. This is sexy. It's like I couldn't really pinpoint a note here or there, but it's a sexy scent. Pop Cream is one of my favorites. It's like a creamsicle with musk. So good. It's delicious. So Metal. I've talked about this in a separate video. I don't want to talk about it too much right now, but it's really, really good. Her fragrances just get better too as time goes on. Like, I almost never get rid of Darling Clandestine fragrances because even if I don't like it right away, I know that it's going to develop something that is amazing. Supernova Sway. This is my favorite. My number one favorite Darling Clandestine fragrance. Supernova Sway. Hot metal. Hot streets. Hot beats. I don't know where I'm going now. I'm just talking. Vortex, the fragrance of cold. My Lady Serre. This is a beautiful fragrance, and she did re-release a couple of times. Luckily, I'm trying to see if where the other one is that I have, because I have two. There it is. So this is the original one that I purchased. Then this was the second bottle, but this is a really amazing scent because it does something amazing on your skin. It truly is like two things in one. It has two personalities in one fragrance. I can't even explain to you. You've got a rose scent, sort of a soft rose and hay fragrance that is your primary fragrance notes that come up, but then at the same time, like, it's not even like they come and they vanish and then the new scents come up. It's like identically at the same time in this really dualistic tone and nature. You also have the scent of like steel and wet earth that comes through, like the knight on his horse. So My Lady Serre is probably one of my favorite compositions from Darling Clandestine. Even if it's not my favorite scent, I really love it. And then we have Taito or Tito. I have never known how to pronounce that. This came out at the same time as My Lady Serre. This is like more citrusy, a little bit fresher, still very earthy. Most of these scents have quite a bit of a earthy quality. They're really warm, they're really rich, they're really grounded, and that's why I like them. Tepid Arrow is a beautiful, slightly spicy, but definitely unique, spicy musky fragrance. And I'm just looking for the full sizes right now. These are the last two, it appears. Windshield Rain Tattoo. I think that I showed this in the small vial earlier, but this is a really good one. I love this one. It's fresh, it's ozonic, it's just, it really has that petrichor type of feeling. And then Xenon Nightly. Again, a really nice, fresh, ozonic green scent. Ooh, very green. This is like green. If Vortex is cold in a bottle, I think Xenon Nightly is green in a bottle. Homespun, I've used a ton of comparatively. This bottle leaked a little, so it looks kind of grody. But it's green. It's very green too. But I find it that Xenon Nightly is slightly more unique in regards to the way it's composed. There's nothing wrong with either of them, but... And then I have the these big guys, the big vials, Gram Negative and Ominous Promises. I mentioned Gram Negative smells really good. Ominous Promises, these scents evoke a feeling more than notes. So you hear the name and that's how it smells, right? So Ominous Promises. And then in vials, the Dram vials, Mad as Birds. It's a really nice spring and summer scent. This is called Falter. This has a feeling of, again, that ozonic, petrichor, after the rain, loneliness to it. It's like loneliness if it had a scent. Blue Valentine, which was named after the song by Tom Waits. Cloud Swing, one of my favorites for spring. Michigami for Lake Michigan. So it's like a lakeside sort of a fresh scent. Shrike number 51. This is a really nice scent as well if you like more unique notes, because it does have some components that are not traditionally found in perfumery that often. So it's like really sweet, it's friendly, it's cute on the top. When it dries down, it's a little dirty, it's a little nasty, it's a little bloody. Okay, just go like Google what a shrike is and then you'll understand. Brasali Kinolao. This is a really good winter fragrance, but holiday fragrance as well. Really nice note of I don't know that it's a note of holly leaf, but when I smell it, I imagine the way a holly leaf looks, like how it's kind of pointy at the edges and really waxy looking. Hellbender. Do I see this in a full size already? No, that's Tepid Arrow. This is another like really spicy fragrance. This is kind of spicy and citrusy. Yeah. Now I'm kind of going through them pretty fast now because I don't want to do another part of this video. Step Right Up. This is a carnival scent. Again, it's that fairground, that fun fair scent, but this one and the other one I have, or did have, which was Carney Wedding. Looks like I have used up Carney Wedding, which is not surprised, one of my favorites. They have two different sort of feelings. Carney Wedding is like the more fun fair, like candy floss, funnel cake, but also with a dark side. And then Step Right Up is a little bit more in your face with the offensiveness. But it's not offensive. It's not an offensive scent. But like the darker side of like how, like, you know, how carnivals are kind of creepy, right? Like that's what it kind of evokes. That's the reason that Darling Clandestine is my favorite indie house, is because these fragrances evoke feelings and thoughts and memories as opposed to just notes. We have Vardoger. That's a deeper scent, good for men. Yellow Jacket number 69. This one's got a bite. It's, yeah. Mayfly, very green. I like that one a lot. It's kind of reflective, green, blue. And then Celis. This was another one of my very first indie purchases. In fact, I think when the first order that I made from Darling Clandestine was this bottle of Celis, a bottle of Carney Wedding, and I want to say some of the Bitsy Solids, but I'm not sure which ones. They've long gone by now. But I haven't used this because it's so beautiful, and in the entire time I've been shopping Darling Clandestine, I've only seen it come back in her shop once since the time that I purchased that, and I missed it. I wasn't able to get it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Always, if you can, support your local artists, your indie brands. These are all shops run by individuals or small teams, not big manufacturers or even brands, like niche brands that have money behind them. These are individuals. These are people putting their heart and souls into these fragrances. So if you can, give them a try. It's really worth it. You'll smell so unique, so pretty, and you will know that your money is going directly to people who are working hard to bring you a great product. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this look at my indie fragrance collection. I haven't been buying as many indie fragrances right now, simply because I tend to shop quite a bit of indie fragrances during the fall and winter. That's when the scents that I tend to like are available, the deeper, woody, gourmand sort of incensey fragrances. So once that time comes around, I'm sure I'll be expanding and adding to my collection as I can. If you have any favorites, let me know in the comments down below. I've tried a ton of indie brands, and if we went through my samples, it'd be forever. 1692, I love them. I just have never purchased anything from them since ages and ages ago. Share your favorite indie brands, indie scents, indie whatever down below. Also, if you want a deeper look at any of these fragrances or houses, please take that and share it as well. I'd be happy to do that. A lot of them, a lot of the scents especially, are already reviewed on my blog. It's linked down below, so you can just go there and search for the tags. And otherwise, that's all that I have for you in this video. I really hope that you enjoyed seeing this collection from my indie fragrances. There's just something about, like I said, there's just something about indie scents and the way that, you know, there's somebody just behind them making something they love that feels so personal and really, really, I feel like is very evocative of how perfumery should be. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you on the next one. You know what time it is? It is time.